Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on this video, and we have a new one today. We're going to be doing May-June 2024. This is paper 1 for technical drawing, CSEC, CXC. Let's get into it. Number 1, if a triangle with a perimeter of 198 millimeters is constructed with sides in the ratio of 2 to 3 to 4, then the shortest side is, all right, so how we do this is we add all the numbers in the ratio, which will give us 9, and then we divide 198 by 9, and that will give us 22. That's for each part or each unit. So the shortest side consists of 2 units, so 2 by 22 is 44, so the answer is C, 44. Number 2, to which of the following classes of fire is a drawing office most at risk? Class A, fires fueled by flammable materials. Flammable materials would include paper, desks, wooden desks, etc. So the answer here is A, assuming that it's a traditional drawing office that had a lot of paper. But even in modern day drawing offices, a lot of printing would still be taking place and so on. So number 2, A. Number 3, when a draftsman is drawing a true horizontal line, the pencil point should be guided by a T-square. B, a T-square. Always need a T-square for horizontal lines. Number 4, which of the following diagrams best illustrates the principle of constructing a tangent to a circle through a point P on the circumference? And the answer is A. Right, so they have a normal, and then they constructed the tangent. Number 4, A. Number 5. And I want to say that this page has a couple tricky questions, but let's get into it. The lines shown above are conventions used on standard shapes for common bar stocks to indicate that the edges are to be measured, sections are to be removed, the continuation of the objects, the axes of symmetrical parts. I would say the answer is C. C, the continuation of the object. This is a break line. It's a break line. So when you see this, you know that the object continued, but the drawing stopped there. So C. Number 6, a very common question. The diagram illustrates the proper method of finding the foci, the normal, and the tangent of an ellipse. Right? Foci, normal, and tangent. Number 7. In shape description, center lines are used to locate hidden object lines. No. Determine the height of letters. No. Locate positions and dimensions. Construct baselines vertical to... So C, number 7, C. Right? Positions, meaning centers, and dimensions. Number 8. What is the minimum length of time for which workshop participants must wash their hands? The answer is 20 seconds, D. Number 9, which of the following developments shows a cylinder which is cut obliquely at both ends? This is not a cylinder, neither is this, neither is this. So the answer is D. So this is a cylinder, it's smooth, and yeah, it's cut obliquely at both ends. Number 10, when a straight line touches an arc and forms a right angle with the radius of the arc, a point of tangency is formed. So number 10, D. Number 11, which of the following constructions shows the correct geometrical division of a line into 2 parts in the ratio 2 to 3? All right, so one of the first things that we do Let's see. So we have 2 parts here. We have 3 here. But we are missing some of the construction lines. This is not correct. This is... No, we should only have 5 parts and this has 9. Okay, this has 5. This also has 5, but D looks wonky. The answer is actually C. So you draw line AB, then you draw another line diagonal to it. You make 5 equal markings. Then you connect the 5th point to B, and then all the other lines are parallel to it, and that's how you get the answer. So number 11, C. Number 12, which of the following diagrams best represents an external and an internal tangent? The answer is B. Number 12, B. Number 13, which of the following diagrams is a view of a right square pyramid? And the answer is B, right? Common question, B. So the base of this pyramid is square. Number 14, a development of an object is a drawing showing one view, 2 views, a pictorial sketch, or the unfolding of the surfaces. The answer is D. Number 15, the figure illustrated above represents a part section of a right truncated pyramid, an oblique rectangular pyramid, a truncated square pyramid, a rectangular pyramid. The answer is C. It's a truncated, meaning it was cut, right? Cut diagonally at the top, a truncated square pyramid. Yes. And which of the following correctly defines a locus? The calculated circumference, a point which moves and traces a path, the area enclosed by 2 radii, a right-angled triangle. B, a path which moves and traces a path. B, number 16B. Number 17. Which of the following is the eccentricity of FP and PQ in the diagram? So this is FP and this is PQ. If you look at them, so this is the focus and this is a point on the circumference, you could say, of the ellipse or something similar. The distances are equal, so the eccentricity is 1 to 1. 1 to 1. What is the value of angle P in the diagram? Right, so we have a triangle, a right angle triangle at that. And this entire angle must be equal to 180. So 90 plus 60 is 150, which would leave a balance of 30 degrees. So the answer is A, 30 degrees. Number 19, which of the following statements are true about this diagram? It is an abbreviation for radius. Nope. It indicates that the surface is square. Yes, hence the little square here. It avoids using a second dimension. True. So the answer is 2 and 3, so it's C. Number 20, which of the following shapes is a pentagon? A pentagon has 5 sides, so that would be D. 21, which of the following diagrams shows the correct procedure for drawing a perpendicular at the end of a line? That would be B. B. Number 22, in the diagram above, ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD. The triangle CDE is equal in area to... so the triangle is half the area of ABCD, so that's D. I would have explained this in a previous video. Basically, they share the same base and the same height, but this is a triangle and this is a quadrilateral, so the triangle is half the area of the parallelogram. Number 23. So this is our object here, our diagram. Using orthographic projection for the diagram with view G as front. All right, so this is G over here. The end H will be, so which one of these is H? H is A, number 23A. 24. In first angle projection, the view labeled as X, this is X, represents the front, because the side elevation is always next to the front and the plan will be below the front. So this is the front, B, number 24B. Number 25, what is the length of EF? All right, so we have a rectangle and a square. The rectangle, sorry, let me back up a bit. They are equal in area, right? They are equal in area, right? What is the length of EF? This is really a math question, but I don't have to do the math. EF has to be more than 40, as you can see here, but it has to be less than 75, because 75 is obviously longer than it. So EF is 55. EF is 55. Number 26. A deep laceration to the arm by a sharp tool requires the victim to first go to the hospital, ignore the laceration, absolutely not. Apply a large bandage and pressure the laceration, apply surgical alcohol, and allow the blood to cool down. All right, so the answer is C. You apply some sort of large bandage and you pressure the laceration. Remember, it's a deep laceration, which means that the person will be bleeding heavily. And the first course of action is to try to stop or slow down the bleeding. So C. The lines labeled in the diagram indicate various center lines for the object. Which of these center lines is drawn axially? All right, that will be GH. GH runs along the central axis of the cylinder. D. Which item 28 refers to the following diagrams, which show the elevations of a simple geometric construction. The elevations shown are those of a hexagonal prism. No. Pentagonal prism. No. These are not prisms. They are pyramids. So we are looking. So by elimination, we are looking at C or D. So is this a hexagon or a pyramid? So they provided us with two views. This is one side. This is two. This is three. Then we have a hidden line here. So we have 3, 4, 5. And this is the side elevation looking from this way, I presume. So this would be one of these sides and this. So it's a pentagonal pyramid. It has 5 sides. 28D. 29. A material safety data sheet provides guidance on art of drawing, handling hazards at home. Nope. Safe handling of hazardous. Right. C. Safe handling of hazardous materials in the workplace. Right. C. Number 30. The term used to describe the point where all of the lines converge in a perspective drawing is, it's a vanishing point. A vanishing point. If you look at any of my perspective drawings, you'll see that we have vanishing points. So number 30, D. Number 31. So this page has some very tricky questions, but let's see if we can navigate them correctly. Starting with number 31. So in an earlier question, we looked at eccentricity and the ratio of 1 to 1. In this question, it says item 31 refers to the following diagram, which shows a parabolic curve. So this is the curve. I'm going to assume that this here is the focus. It's 30. They want to know what x is. I will have to say, looking at the answers, x is definitely not more than 30 based on what I can see. So it's not 40 or 50. Neither is it 17.5. So although this line is not vertical, it seems like it's still a 1 to 1 ratio. So x is B, 30. Number 32, in the diagram above, a crank QR, which is this, rotates about a fixed center R. A rod PQ is pinpointed to the crank at Q, that's here, and freely slides in guides at P, that's here. The locus traced by point S, this is here, for one revolution of QR is an ellipse, right? It will create an ellipse, so the answer is B. Which of the following situations is an inventory of materials not useful? Another tricky question. Checking losses after a fire. This is useful. Determining lab needs, okay, also useful. Identifying how many accidents occurred. This is questionable. Determining how many persons can use the laboratory. Not directly related per se, but I would say C. Inventory of materials doesn't necessarily have any direct bearing on how many accidents occurred, so I would say C. Regarding D, it is not directly related, but the inventory of materials can give you an idea of how many persons can efficiently use the lab, right? So number 33, C. Which of the following can be used as a vanishing point in a perspective drawing? The ground line, the horizontal line, the station point, the measuring line. All right, so we had a perspective drawing question recently, and I will say the horizontal line. Actually, the vanishing point often falls on the horizontal line. So number 34, I still think the question is weird, but number 34B. Number 35, the angle X in the construction measures. So this is X here, right? So we have what looks like a 90-degree angle. And this is a common question, by the way. This is a 60-degree angle here. This is 90. And what they did was they bisected it. So this is 75 degrees. Number 35, 75. Number 36, which of the following drawings represents an isometric projection? And right away, the answer is A, because an isometric projection has receding lines at 30 degrees. So that's these two. This is at 45. This is 1. This is oblique. And this is 30 and 45. So number 36A. Number 37, which of the following layouts represents the correct orthographic projection of a shaped block? And the answer here would be B, right? This is your front. It's in first angle projection. Looking from the left, this is your side elevation. This is the plan below the front. So number 37B. Number 38. The diagram shows the process of, so this is the diagram here. And okay, so they are reducing the figure, all right, based on the names of the lines, C, accent, D, etc. So you know that these came after. So the figure was reduced. And the answer is B, reducing a figure by area by area measurements. Reducing a figure by area measurements, right? Yeah, everything else is incorrect. So number 38B. Number 39, which of the following sequences indicates how to draw a square equal in area to a triangle? Now, this is a pretty tricky question, but it's straightforward if you think about it. So you must start with the triangle. That's the first thing. So B and D are null and void. So it's either A or C. But after you draw the triangle, you then need to have a rectangle equal in area to the triangle. That's a construction that we know. And after you have that rectangle, then you draw a square equal in area to the rectangle. So number 39C. Number 40, patterns for cones and pyramids are produced by a line development known as B, radial, right? It's because for the pattern for a cone or a pyramid, all lines will radiate from a central point, yeah, which is the apex of the drawing or the object. So number 40B. 41, in the triangle ABC, the line YC, that's this, is parallel to the side AB, that's this, and the angle CAB is equal to 50. So CAB. What is the size of angle A? Right, so what we have here is basically a Z, like this, and these lines are parallel. So if this angle is 50, then this angle is also 50. So the answer is number 41A. Number 42, which of the following drawings represents the end elevation X of the block shown above? All right, so what we are seeing here is that none of these answers is correct. None of them is correct. Right? But I would go with B. I would say B, but this line should be hidden because you are viewing it from the back. So I would say B, but the line should be hidden. This question actually has an error in it. Number 43. If ABCDF is a regular hexagon, what is the value of angle X? All right, so we have a hexagon here, sorry. X is an external angle, so it will be 60 degrees. This is a common question. Number 44 is also a common question. The conic section at AA appears as, so if we cut it here, the section will be a parabola D. Number 45, which of the following shapes could be constructed using the information provided? So this is the diagram, and it looks very much like a trapezium. It's a quadrilateral with one pair of parallel sides. So I'll go ahead and say C, trapezium. Number 46, the diagram illustrates the construction of a triangle given the perimeter. Nope, we don't have the perimeter, the base, angles, and the altitude. All right, perimeter and ratio, no, base and altitude. Okay, so 46B. Seems like they gave us the base angles, these two, and also the altitude. So 46B. 47. At a right angled triangle can be constructed if given the D, hypotenuse and one other side. Hypotenuse and one other side, D. Okay, number 48. Now this question, this question gave me a lot of problems. Did a lot of research on it, consulted professionals. I have an answer, but take it with a pinch of salt. basically some information is missing, right? So the question says, what is the length of the line joining the directrix and the vertex if the eccentricity of a hyperbola is 5/3? So we know that the eccentricity is 5/3, but we do not know what the distance from the center of the hyperbola to the vertex is, right? So you could call that A. So basically, the answer we're looking for is, if we invert this, the answer we're looking for is 3/5 of A, but we don't know what A is, right? However, looking at a simplified problem in a textbook, a similar question that was given, they would have used 3, which is the denominator here, the base figure. They would have used 3 as the distance between the vertex and the directrix, right? So I'm going to assume that that is the answer here, but take it with a pinch of salt. Sorry if my explanation confused you, but that's what we're looking at right now. So number 48, 3. 49, the purpose of the construction above when completed is to A, draw a tangent to the circle from L, like this. 50, which of the following diagrams show the development of a square pyramid? That's D, right? 51, which of the following instruments is used to draw electrical and architectural symbols quickly? That's definitely a template, A. 52, if the perimeter of a rhombus is 152 millimeters, then the length of one side is, so we divide 52 by 4. 52 divided into 4 is 38. So number 52, B. Number 53, which of the following statements provides accurate information about dimension lines? So the first one, dimension lines should be thick, full lines. No, dimension lines may be used as, construction lines may be used as dimension lines. Nope. Extension lines may be used as dimension lines. Nope. Dimension lines are placed between extension lines. All right, so number 53, D. 54, which of the following is the correct view of the drawing taken in the direction of arrow X? So this is the object, this is arrow X, and the answer is A, right? So we should have a hidden line there. 55, the diagram above shows a triangle constructed from a given altitude and base angles. What is the value of angle X? So we have X here is 45. This line and this line are parallel. So it means that this interior angle here is also 45. If this angle is also 45 and the entire angle here would be 180, 180 minus 45 is 135. So number 55, C. Number 56, the lines marked X on the diagram are symbols which indicate, right, so this is one line marked X. This is the second line marked X, right? Axes of symmetrical parts, edges are to be measured, sections are to be removed. D, the continuation of objects. The continuation of objects. We had a similar question earlier, right? The continuation of objects, D. Number 57, the position marked X on the diagram is called the, right, so the position marked X. So we see a gentleman We see what looks like a picture. See an object. What is X? Station point. No, the station point is where the person is viewing from. So that would be here. This would have to be the picture plane. The picture plane. All right, so the picture plane is, how do I explain it? It's like a transparent surface or a window that you're looking through. And the object, so it's like you're looking through a window at an object, basically, right? It's something in perspective drawing, but it's transparent. Right, so number 57 is B, picture plane. Number 58, which of the number dimensions above represents a location dimension? All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. A very common question. The answer is 4, D. Right, it gives the location of the base of these two cylinders. Number 59, in the diagram above, EF to EF1, EF to EF1 is in the ratio of 3 to 4. The length of EF1 is what? All right, so EF is 45. If we divide 45 by 3, we'll get 15. So each unit is 15. So 15 by 4 will give us 60. Or you could just add 15 to 45 and you'll get 60. So number 59, C, 60. And number 60, the oblique lines of a 100 millimeter cube in cabinet will measure what? All right, so we know that in cabinet, oblique lines, the receding lines are drawn to half length. So if the cube is 100 millimeters, it means that all the sides are the same length. So half length will be 50. So number 60 is B, 50 millimeters. That brings us to the end of our paper. It's 2024 Technical Drawing Paper 1. I trust that you would have learned and that it will help you in your exams. Thank you very much.